talking about money and problems. I don't wanna hear that. What the you thought would happen if you were part of the pulpit? You thought that you could subtract all your sadness when all your pockets the fullest. Self-liberation not part of your mind. Think about this all the time. Just straight for the spine. Money and problems. I don't wanna hear that. What the you thought would happen if you were part of the pulpit? You thought that you could subtract all your sadness when all your pockets the fullest. Self-liberation not part of your mind. Think about this all the time. Just straight from the spine. We could do better. Evident. I mean, look at the
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin and guys, the NBA is a shoe culture, and none is more popular than the Kobe 4. Originally released in 2009, last season almost a quarter of all NBA players worn them. That's not just a tribute to the Mamba, but a testament to a design that has stood the test of time. P.J. Tucker called them the best hoop shoe ever. Strong praise. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5 for Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight. Steve, let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Doncic against Morris. Clock at 6. There's the pass to Finney Smith. A three-pointer is right on target. Finney Smith's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for Dallas. Outside Leonard. Crosses it to Cousins. Morris kicks to Leonard. Drills the three-pointer.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Morris. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Powell. Here's Finney Smith. On the wing, Doncic. Over Leonard. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Cousins. The shot's good on the assist by George.
They saw what the defense was willing to give up, and they seized that opportunity.
For Dallas, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Stolen by Beverly. Floats it up for Cousins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Natural-born finisher DeMarcus Cousins bringing the hammer.
Here's Dallas.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Here's Doncic. Stolen by George.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach gets to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Doncic with it. George picks him up. Stolen by George. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Oh, Morris in position. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And George with the stop.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now, here's Doncic. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Tipped away. And so here is Dallas. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Finney-Smith. From deep. It's hauled in by Paul George.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game. I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Doncic, following the basket by Marcus Morris. Now the pass to Hardaway.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Clippers leading by 5. George with the ball. Passes it to Morris. And here is Cousins. And they double up Cousins. Shoots over Powell. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
Doncic looking it over. To the inside. Powell, that's good.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
From deep, George, good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. George has got 5 now.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Powell. Doncic outside. Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Doncic has got his second basket of the game. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Cousins dishes to Morris. Back to Cousins. And good that time.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see
what a play?
Unbelievable.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Outside, George unloads. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. George has got 9 points.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Dallas calls timeout. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands, he's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1", I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man, and that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
I like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys. There are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. For Dallas, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And that one falls for Cleveland. Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Mavericks trail by 8. Brunson up top, defended by Ibaka. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. It's stolen by Ibaka. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris finds George. Back to Jackson. Right side Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told him, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And Morris throws it down.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
Brunson scanning the floor. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Takes it out to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Doncic outside. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
Leonard draws the double. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. He gets it in there.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists. And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team. And that time, the defender a little out of control. Serge Ibaka wily enough to draw the foul.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
On up the court. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Leonard. Morris has got 6 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Got a piece of it. Doncic passes to Cauley-Stein. With the floater, and Doncic lays it in. 11 points in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Leonard draws the double. Back to Jackson. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
J.J. Redick's checked in for Doncic. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Pass to Brunson. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Mavericks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Paul George. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. It's a 13-point game. The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The Clippers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Dallas has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And here's Brunson. Richardson outside. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Band's checked in, and it's Luke Kennard in for Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Richardson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
We talk a lot about second-round picks coming in and making a difference. Josh Richardson is one of those guys, and he was rewarded financially for it.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 14. Over in the corner, Batum. On the wing, Jackson. Over Richardson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Jackson's got his second bucket. Jackson's gone 2 of 3 from the field. That one drops for him.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
J.J. Redick, not only one of the most dangerous shooters in this league, he's worked to become a very good team defender as well.
Here's Cauley Stein. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
LA has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Here's Rondo. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
If you love analytics, this is what this is all about. They favor the 3-ball. You can pile up points in a hurry.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win. And there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together. We move the ball. We make sacrifices. And we enjoy getting stops.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And you can't cause those mistakes unless you're willing to gamble. So far, they've rolled the dice, and it's paid off.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber, and it's Redick in at the small forward position. Outside for Jackson. On the pass to Batum. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight. Down low, here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
You see the mentality of Josh Richardson. Be aggressive and leave no doubt.
To the middle. Plays it up and banks it in. 7 points for Serge Ibaka.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Ball's knocked loose. And Ibaka slams it in.
And you see Serge, he's still somewhat mechanical on the drive, but it can be effective.
Richardson kicks to Brunson. Outside for Redick. 5 to shoot. From down in the low post, it goes. Redick's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Back to Zubac. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Zinkas, he's checked in for Dallas. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Morris is checked in for Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season Their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Richardson, good.
Pushes it quickly, and he gets something before the defense can set up. Richardson's a good finisher in transition.
Got that one up quick. Leonard's got 15 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Dallas calls timeout. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays, there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Mavericks with possession here. Mavericks trailed by 19. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Josh Richardson being aggressive. This is what his teammates want, and they can feed off that emotion and intensity.
George. Zubac's the pass to George. He kicks to Morris. Looking for George. He gets it there. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Brunson. No good. Shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
The thing you love most about Beverly, he gives you 100% effort every single night.
Dallas has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Right side, Redick. Back to Porzingis.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Cousins is checked in, and Cousins throws it down.
DeMarcus Cousins made sure that one went down. High percentage dunk for DeMarcus.
Here's Doncic. He's got 11.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Richardson. Sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
You know what? We see this time and time again. Turnovers lead to a break, and then points at the other end.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Kleba against Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Cousins. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
it's Cousins with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
And that's his third foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Kleba finds Hardaway. Doncic against Beverly. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
Now, here's Doncic. 13 points in the game. Poked away. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Dallas moving the ball around. And Kleba slams it in.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Here's Beverly. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Kleba. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Dallas on defense. Now George. 11 points in the game. It's good.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Richardson right side. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists in the game.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
George looking over the floor. Here's Kennard. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. Tries again. 6 on the shot clock. And it's good for 2. Kennard's got his first basket of the night.
You think contested shots phase Kennard? No chance. And that's frustrating for defenders.
Pass to Porzingis. To the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face. Yeah.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Here's George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's 15 points for George.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Paulie Stein finds Kleba. Richardson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strengths.
And for Serge nowadays, most of his offense comes from beyond the arc or at the rim.
Dallas has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And it's Dallas with another.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
And there's George. That's good on the assist from Jackson. George has got 8 points in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Hardaway with the steal. Here's Richardson. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Batum. And here we go. And George kicks to Batum. The feed to Ibaka. In the corner, George with it. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Willie Cauley-Stein.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Maverick shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. And the first one drops. Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Down low, Ibaka drawing the double team. The dish to George. Back to Ibaka, and stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Richardson, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here we go, one-on-one. And Ibaka slams it in.
For a big, Ibaka has excellent end-to-end speed. Hard to stay with in transition.
Ibaka's gone 5 for 5 shooting here tonight. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks has checked in. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Kleba. Batum brings the double team. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Yep, it counts. Cauley-Stein's got his second basket of the night.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's good. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Clippers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. Ibaka against Hardaway. And he gets it to go. Hardaway has got 6.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Rondo. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 21 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, their three-point shooting has told the tale here tonight, fellas. They've been lights out from behind the arc. Whether it's coming off a high screen or pulling off the dribble, it seems like whatever they're doing, it's going correct. There's not a lot you can do when a team's got this hot from downtown.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
They didn't show enough toughness in the paint on D. When you get dominated in the post, it sets a bad tone. You always want to win that physical battle in the area. Otherwise, you wind up with a score like this. I don't believe I'm watching this.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, they've got Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
What crafty play from Beverly. Slips the shot in and ensures good contact for the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. This is DePaul. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. He's covered by Leonard. 5 on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And another basket for Dallas.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Yes, that goes in.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Powell with the steal. Fast break Dallas. Hardaway with it. George picks him up. And it's sent back by George. On the wing, Hardaway. Poke loose. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Now the Clippers moving it up. Cousins with the ball, and Cousins throws it down.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Doncic. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
100% in the zone tonight. A score. Cousins making it look easy.
Doncic against Leonard. And Doncic gets it to go.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Leonard kicks to George. Fires for 3. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10, double-digit perfection.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And then George with the jam.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Passes it to Finney Smith. To the wing on the left. Here's Porzingis. Again, the Mavericks score.
His team is down because he's not shooting enough. There's no reason he shouldn't be getting more looks right now.
Hardaway against George. Morris outside. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Cousins. Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Unhindered, going all the way. It's deflected. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Beverly, the pass to Cousins. And he jams it with authority.
And right there you see an underrated aspect to Cousins' game. Terrific instincts, senses the open man.
Doncic dishes to Powell. Pass to Porzingis. With the teardrop. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that's just showing off. DeMarcus with the creativity plus the thunderous force.
For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Here's Doncic. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And that one's good, Leonard.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith, and he makes that one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. No good. Nice D from Doncic. Hardaway against George. Outside Hardaway. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the three and the painted area.
George from deep three-point land. Powell pulls it in.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
George from deep three-point land. Offensive rebound. Cousins finds Morris. Here's Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. That shot missing. And it's Dallas the other way. Doncic outside. Just to Porzingis. And the shot goes down. Porzingis has got 9.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops. In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly.
A consummate team player. Paul George is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Goes up off the inbound and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
At 7'3", Porzingis is almost impossible to guard, especially when he's focusing on trying to score.
Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Kicks to Leonard. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 9 assists now tonight. Doncic with it. 23 points in the game. Here's the teardrop, and he comes up with the deuce. Doncic has got 10 points here in the second half.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Dallas has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Runs in the pass to Finney-Smith, and he banks in the layup. Finney-Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jackson finds George. Back to Leonard. To the paint. Batum. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
That's tipped, and so it's Dallas with it. Here are the Mavericks now. Here's Brunson, and another basket for Dallas. Clippers leading by 23. The pass to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
And so here is Dallas. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. Dallas calls timeout.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
All free throws good from Doncic.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
It's off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. A three from Leonard, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Dallas has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. That's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. That free throw, no good.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Leonard, the pass to Batum. Back to Leonard. And there it is for him.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Passes it to Brunson. Here's Finney Smith, and the rejection by Ibaka.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
That one good for 2. Ibaka's got 17 now.
Right into the teeth of the defense, Ibaka just too athletic to stop.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The first one falls. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And so he hits both. LA has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. That free throw good from Leonard.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Here's Finney Smith. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
No, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist from Leonard. Leonard's got his 5th assist in this one. Doncic outside, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Josh Richardson's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Paul George is checked in for Jackson. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Outside, Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And 1:01 left in the third. From deep, George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 6 assists in the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Leonard attacking. Rondo kicks to George. Brunson against Rondo. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. Gets separation almost any time he wants.
Dallas has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Richardson, no luck. LA's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Finney-Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
First one falls for him. He's off on the second. And so it's Los Angeles with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here's Brunson. We've got Jalen Brunson. Also, Burke out there. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with J.J. Redick. And it's Melly in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And that one misses. George against Redick. Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. Dallas has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Now here's Burke, defended by Beverly. Cousins knocks it away.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude. He's really cooking right now. He's having a phenomenal half.
Maverick shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. Pass to Brunson. Six to shoot. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
Cauley-Stein's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. George passes to Beverly. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Fouling to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Burke. There's the pass to Melly. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in. And the Mavericks with possession here.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
George finds Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. A nice shot by George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Inside, here's Reddick, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
It's sort of a hired gun. Reddick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
And the thing about Morris, doesn't have the big vertical, but tenacious once he gets around the rim. And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Leonard with the steal.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go, and he's frustrated.
And a guy who was considered somewhat NBA ready when he entered the league, it's taken Morris a few years to get used to it, but now he's starting to be a consistent contributor.
And the wide open shot from Reddick. It's good. The assist that time from Burke.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And that one's good. Cousins.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Brunson against George. Cauley Stein passes to Brunson. And the rejection by Cousins.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
And it's Burke with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. And the rejection by Cousins. And up the floor again, the Clippers running the floor.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Cauley Stein finds Powell. Burke, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Burke's got his first basket.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
And here's George for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Up top, Burke, defended by George. Good on the shot. Burke's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Here's Morris. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And when he's aggressive, watch out. Morris finishing through the contact, now going to the line to try and add one more.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And free throw good from Morris. The Mavericks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Burke, the pass to Brunson. That one's not going to go.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
To the inside, and Morris throws it down.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Here's Brunson. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game. Los Angeles calls timeout. Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Leonard. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Morris jacks up a 3. That's good for George on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Here's Burke. To the middle. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Dallas with it. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Jackson comes over with the double. Here's Redick, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here's George. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Solid. Just no messing around there. Got to the rack. Punched.
Beautiful jam. Fairly well defended, GA, but I guess not well enough.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Leonard the pass to George. Count it. George has got 42 in the game.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And it's sent back by George. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris finds Leonard. And here's George. Burke covering. Here's Leonard. Hits it again. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Passes it to Brunson. Poked away. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And you love that about Kawhi. After he makes a shot, he gives you the poker face. Just goes about his business.
And it's Burke with the ball for the Mavericks. Down low. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 12 points in just the second half. And George, here we go. Banked in off the glass.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Burke, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Burke looking over the floor. He had a nice open look right there. Burke's got 8 here in the quarter. LA's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And George kicks to Cousins. And it falls over the rim and in.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
Brunson. Rebound by the Clippers. And here comes the break. And it's George finishing it off.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Dallas has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Pass to Powell. Now here's Cauley-Stein. Pass to Burke. Trying to find Brunson. Gets it to him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Clearly a foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
I love how hard he's playing, really since the break. All the defense can do at this point is foul him.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zubats is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Now George. Morris outside. He kicks to Leonard. On the wing, George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 49 points in the game.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Leonard attacking. Beverley the pass to Morris. Leonard looking around. He dishes it to George. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. Here's Burke. George with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. He got it again. Sensational. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
The Mavericks shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Got a piece of it. And they're pushing it up. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Handles from JJ really showing off there.
Here's George, and the rejection by Marjanovic. To the paint. Redick against Zubac. Wasted no time on that one. George has got 54 points.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Let's go. Dallas has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Now the pass to Melli. Leonard brings the double team. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Leonard finds Morris. Back to Beverly. Leonard the pass to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And another one falls. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Finney Smith. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Kicks it out to Leonard. A 3-ball. Good, he hits again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
To the middle. Here's Melli. That one falls, coming off Burke's feet.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
From deep. Missed. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Why you all turned it on down the stretch, so what was the difference?
You started to play defense and execute on the offensive end, and we finally started to knock down shots.
Well, that led to a win, man, and I appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.